What's up, fellas? Got a loyal patient supporter that wanted me to talk about the cons and pros, or is it the pros and cons? Are you supposed to do pros first? I guess I want to build you up and then tear you down, right? I would think it'll be cons and pros, right? Like, doom first and then give you some happiness, right? I don't know who came up with pros and cons. But anyway, all right, I'm going to do the pros and cons, right? I'm going to do the pros first, then I'm going to tear you down. All right, guys? But basically, I had a loyal patient supporter that wanted me to talk about, give my opinions on social media. Guys, this is why I tell y'all guys about social media. Social media is the greatest thing to ever hit society if you are ambitious. If you're going to be one of the guys in that top 20%, and that line is moving down, some people say it's 5. Let's just stick to the 80-20 rule, right? We can't have people just making up their own percentage points, right? Let's stick to the 80-20 rule, right? 20% of men get 80% of the women, right? But I heard some guys say the top 10, some say the top 1, whoever, right? But let's stick to the 80-20. If you want to be one of those guys in the top 20, it works wonders for you. All right? The rich get richer. That's why, the top 1% own most of the wealth, the 10%, whatever the fucking number is. And the reason that is, guys, is because of compound interest, right? The more money you have invested, the more money you can make. So the guys at the top are able to monopolize this bullshit. So it works for you. But you can get in that top 20%. So you can cry, or you can say, you know what, man, I can move into that top 20%. Any of you guys can do it. Even if you're 5'3". I think any of us would agree that Kevin Hart is in that top percentage, right? Any of us would agree with that. So if he got there, you ain't got to be funny to get into the top 20%. You can do what you do. Let him tell jokes and you do what you do. Maybe you build rockets. I don't give a fuck what you do. Maybe you come off with a jack off machine. I don't give a fuck. It's something you do that can make you money. Period. All right? So let's get into it, guys. Let's get into the pros. Let me build you up before I tell you down. That's the old AMS way. That's the way I do things. That's the way I do things around here. I build you up. I tear you down. Ain't that how that go in the gym? You go in, we're actually in the gym, you tear your muscles down, then when you go to sleep, you build it up. So I guess if you want to say the recuperation process starts at night when you sleep, so you building up, and then the next day you got to go in the gym and you got to tear them down. All right, let's do this, guys. Number one pro why I love social media, free marketing. Now you can pay for marketing also, but free marketing. Any of you guys right now can become an influencer. There's no entry fee. You don't got to go through no humiliation ritual. So you got to in Hollywood. You're a man, you got to wear a dress if you want to get to that next level. We all know this. You can't name a man that has ever made it to that top level, at least a black man, without putting on the dress. You're going to wear that dress. You're going to wear a dress. I don't give a fuck who you is. You think of any top actor in Hollywood, and I guarantee you can probably find a picture of him in a dress. You're going to wear a dress. All right, that's just the way it is. They got to humiliate you, right? You want it bad enough, you're going to put on that dress. And every woman, she going to show them tits. She going to show that goddamn muff somewhere. Ain't no actress above it. Every actress, every man's going to put on a dress, and every woman at some point going to have to show them tits, show that muff. It don't matter who you are. Be happy you only got away with showing your tits. But there ain't not one that ain't showed them. Not one. You going to show them tits. All right, guys? So, free marketing. What the fuck was I talking about? This is supposed to be about marketing. What? Oh, Lord. How the fuck I get on muff? What the fuck am I doing? Let's stay on topic, baby. We're going to stay. Guys, I joined Ramblers Anonymous. All right? I have joined it. Went in there. I said, hey, my name is AMS. I ramble doing my videos. So I'm working on it. I got my own goddamn sponsor. Every time I start rambling, I'm supposed to send them a text to let them know I'm rambling again about shit that ain't got to do with the fucking video. How the fuck I get off of free advertising to tits and muff, I don't fucking know. But, you know, I'm working on it. So I'm going to classes. My classes are every Wednesday, and we're going to work on the rambling, guys. All right? So I don't end up going from advertising to talking about fucking muffs. All right? And for you incels that don't know what I'm talking about a woman's pubic hair. Okay? All right. But free advertising, guys. Any of you guys can become an influencer and build your brand. Any of y'all guys can do that. And guys, you know, do some guys got to be engaging and stuff like this? Yeah, but there's plenty of influencers, guys, who don't really got much personality. They just have good information. Okay, guys? So you can just deliver good information without being entertaining or having an over-the-top delivery and stuff like that. Just provide value, okay? So anybody can get free marketing for whatever your product is. Another thing is paid marketing, okay? So for you guys that you create a product or something like, so y'all guys know the thing back in the day was if you wrote a book, you had to get a publisher, a book publisher, right? Sign with a book publishing company, right? You couldn't just really, I mean, theoretically you could, but your broke ass couldn't pay for no marketing or something. So you had to go get with a book publisher, right? And they would put marketing dollars behind it. And then they would give you 2 cents for every book that's sold, sort of like record companies, right? And so, and that's fair, guys, because they taking a big risk. I'm going to tell y'all guys right now, I'm finna ramble again. I'm working on it, guys. I'm going to tell y'all guys right now, if I owned a record company, there ain't no fucking way that I would go sign somebody, gamble with my money, and we going to split this 50-50. Hell fucking no. If I'm going to take all the risks, I know it's your talent, but if I'm going to take all the risk financially, I want a greater reward. That's the way it works. I'm sorry. So let's hypothetically say you were a guy, you said, AMS, I want to sign with your YouTube video company where you build influencer. Okay, fine. And I'm gonna have to put some money into that and shit. I'm gonna want a great reward on that if I'm gonna put my money up front for that, because I don't know if you ever gonna be good enough. Okay? So that's the way that works. With that, now with the way things are, you don't have to do that. You write a book, you can go on Amazon, pay for some marketing dollars yourself to get the book, get a good book cover. Bestseller. Okay, guys? So that free marketing, guys, if you got a tool or something you invented or something, guys, back in the day, you had to try to do a commercial, infomercial, which you ass can't afford unless you went and got a whole bunch of sponsors, right? Or investors. Now you can just do everything yourself and put it on Google ads, Facebook ads, Instagram ads. So, guys, the marketing, anything you want to do, you got a lawn service? Go on Instagram, set up a Meta account, run your ads. You cutting grass for $20 a yard or however fucking way you want to do it. Okay, guys? So the advertising is great. So entrepreneurship is alive and well, and a lot of that has to do with social media. Point blank period. If you're a guy that's content with working for, making your 60 to 70K a year, that is perfectly fine. But if you're somebody who is ambitious, there's no way you can look at social media and think that it has killed society. Guys, to be honest with y'all guys, when I look at social media, I don't even know how nobody's content with working a regular job. I would work a regular job and I'll be doing some service on the side. A shoe shining business, a ass washing business, a shoulder massage business, something, and advertising that shit on Google ads or Facebook. I have no idea. Work. I would work. But you gotta be glad I would damn sure have a side hustle doing something. Next, guys, why the pros to social media is keeping in contact with old friends and old classmates. You know, what Facebook was originally meant for? That's what it was meant for, keeping up with old classmates. Now, this is the thing I love about this. I call Facebook, social media in general, old man's revenge. That's what I call it. Because when you get to my age, and I don't want to say my age because I might be 50 when this get on YouTube, you fucking cheapskates. But I get to now see all the girls that were hotties in high school and junior high school. Now they're a fucking hot mess. And I love it. I love it. They all look like auntie. They all look like shit. Yes, 99.9% of them look like shit. Yes, you got maybe one or two that's holding up pretty well. But most of them look like Vivica A. Fox right now. So for all my young guys, I'm telling you, just hold on. Your revenge is coming. Those same bitches that don't give you the time of day today, just know one day they're going to be Vivica A. Fox. Oh yeah, without the money. And your revenge is coming. So whenever I'm having a bad day, I just log on to Facebook. I actually deactivate my Facebook account because Facebook is old now to me. I don't fuck with Facebook. But whenever I'm having everybody get a little down. I don't have a great day. I'm a human being just like y'all. I just log on to Facebook, scroll through a few profiles, and chill me right on up. Seeing all those girls that was hottie in high school look like shit now. Oh man, I feel so much better, like I just took a good shit. Oh man, your day is coming. You out there, you watch this, you 21 years old, one day you gonna be my age and all those girls gonna look like shit. Oh man, it's a good feeling. It is a good feeling. It's a good feeling, boy. They all look like shit. They all got mom bods. Talking about dad bods. No, mom bods are even worse. Woo, BBLs can't say that. Boy. Woo, boy. Can't say that. Titties way down here. They don't even be fat. They just built like auntie. For all you guys wondering what that is, just look at your auntie. If you got an auntie that's about my age, how she look? She look like shit, don't it? That's how that girl who thinks she all that now, that's how she gonna look. Your revenge is coming. So that's why social media, it just cheers me up. Some of you guys are young and you could go right now and look at your Facebook page right now. You 21 years old. You was in high school 4 years ago. They already look like shit. They already put on 10 pounds. You ain't had to wait 20 years. Wait 4 years, and most of them already done popped out a baby or two and looking like shit. Wait till they get my age. Pretty much all of them gonna look like shit. Another thing to add to that, guys, is keeping up with your friends and stuff and seeing old, friends and stuff, people who have passed on and stuff like that. You can just go through their pictures and stuff. I had a friend recently pass a couple of months ago, natural causes, or at least that's what the family is letting on, right? And but I can go to his Instagram page like twice a month, just look at his old videos and stuff like that. I remember back in the day, you ain't had that, right? I lost a friend, well, he about like 17, 18 years old, and only one of us had a picture. We don't walk around taking pictures and stuff and keeping them and stuff like this. So only one friend had a picture, and we all were trying to give him money to get that picture he had. It was a picture of all us together, and we all were trying to pay him money to get that picture because, obviously his mama ain't finna give us no pictures, and he was the only one. That motherfucker wasn't finna sell that picture for shit. So like now, if any of y'all guys got a family member pass or something like that, it used to be back, they become a mystery. I mean, a memory, right? You just visualize them in your head, but you don't really have no picture or nothing like that, maybe obituary. But with Facebook and stuff, people pass on, you just go back through their pictures and stuff like that. Even with celebrities, right? Celebrities pass on, you go on their Instagram and just look at their old pictures when they was alive and stuff like that. I just went back on John Witherspoon page about a couple months ago and just going back and looking at his last videos and stuff like that right there. That's something you wouldn't have had 20 years ago. Of course you can watch the movies and stuff, but it's different when they on social media and they like sit in their chair talking and stuff like that. It's not the same as the movies. So like you go on John Witherspoon page, and I see now his family look like they done started uploading some old clips he did on his page. But to just see the last videos he made as a human being, not acting, it's just good to see that. So I like that aspect of social media, that you can actually, it makes you feel like, give you that nostalgic feeling, so to speak, guys. So I like that aspect of social media. And lastly, on the pros, meeting the opposite sex. Now, listen, guys. You guys can talk shit all you want about social media and this, that, and the other. But at the end of the day, if you got a good profile, you can still bag some bitches off of social media. You still can do it. Now you standing in the mirror with your shirt off, with a dirty bathtub in the backdrop, that don't work so well. Some of you guys need to step up your profile. Well, first of all, a profile can't fix everything. Yeah, you can get 350 pounds and getting a good profile. A profile can't help it. Some of you motherfuckers need to improve your look. Let's say that first. Fuck a profile. We ain't gonna mask. We ain't gonna dress a pig in a suit and steal a pig. So some of you guys still need to, work on your imaging, your grooming and stuff. You look first, and then we can get to the profile. So as me starting this new business, guys, one thing I already am learning is the importance of like cold emailing and cold calling. You still have to do it. You still have to do it. Is it optimal? No. Is it better to know somebody that can give you? Yes. But you still got to do it. You still got to send them cold emails. You still got to send them cold calls. Still got to do it. Yes, meeting women out and about works better. We all can agree with that. You motherfuckers ain't telling me shit I ain't said 500 times. I know. But ain't nothing wrong with sending them cold emails out every now and then just to see what you get. So social media has done that it has gave you another lead generating system. It has add on to it. Is it the most optimal? No, but it still helps. All right. Time to tear you boys down. Time for some cons. Let's get into this. Number one, guys, comparison to others. Contrary to popular belief, the main thing, guys, with why women's entitlement has went through the roof is comparison. They get on social media and they see some girl who got a different bag every day of the week with different shoes, taking trips, and then they say to themselves, I want that too. My man got to do that for me too. I want the soft life too. Even if that influencer who posted that bought it herself, the woman say, well, I can't do it. I want a man that can get it for me. That's why women entitlement has went through the roof. Along with, male attention and having more options create a raise, just like what I told y'all guys about when a player got 3 teams trying to sign him, obviously that's going to take up his value, right? So we do understand that. But also looking on social media thinking like, I want that too. That's why they have unrealistic expectations. Comparison. Same go for men. A lot of you guys, we call now the dad bod, right? 20 years ago, the dad bod was just a normal guy who had a normal life, who was about 15, 16, 17, 18% body fat. Not fat, but not ripped either, right? Just okay, right? Just a dad bod. Somebody who go to the gym, but he ain't on a strict diet. Or maybe he don't go to the gym. He just got an okay body. It's not great. It's not disgusting. It's okay. And so what happened was a lot of guys started comparing themselves to the top YouTubers, influencers, and then every guy thought he was fat if he didn't have an 8-pack. That's what we got to. Well, in reality, 20 years ago, before we got to that bullshit, a good man, an average man who had a 15, 16, 17% body fat, that's just what you had. Of course, you always had your naturally ripped guys or you had your fit guys, but that was not the norm. Now, society, or at least on social media, has tried to normalize every man having a fucking 6-pack. It's absolutely fucking ridiculous. A lot of you guys right now are in good enough shape. Guys, let me tell you something right now. If right now you're watching this right now and you 16% body fat, I am telling you right now, if you got down to 10% body fat, I guarantee you the amount of more female attention isn't going to be worth the sacrifice that you gave up. Now, to go from 25% to 16%, oh yes. But to go from 16 to 10, I guarantee you, you'll be surprised that you saw negligible improvement as far as attraction to women. I guarantee you, negligible. That means it really didn't matter. But social media made every man feel like he had to be 8, 10, 12% body fat. Comparison. Well, in actuality, guys, and what I'm saying is, 9 cases out of 10, probably higher than that, if you can't pull a woman at 15, 16% body fat, you getting down to 10, 8%, you still ain't gonna be able to pull her either. I promise you won't. Now, from 24 to, y'all guys wanna know what I akin this to? You know how they say, once you get to like $75,000 a year, let's add inflation to it, right? Let's add inflation to it, because I heard this years ago, right? So let's say it's 100,000 now, right? Once you get to $100,000 a year, anything over that, the improvement in happiness is negligible. That's what they say. And I can believe that. Because once you get back to $100,000 a year, all your basic requirements are met. So anything over that becomes a luxury. Does that make sense? So like $100,000, you can pay your rent comfortably. You can pay your health insurance comfortably. You can take your woman out on a regular basis. You can go on one vacation. Basically what I'm saying, guys, is once you get to 100,000, the basic requirements are met. Anything over that, now we get into a nicer car that we really don't need, or a nicer clothes that we really don't need, or a piece of jewelry. That's the same thing that I akin to getting to that next level of body fat. Is that, yeah, it looks nice, but it's negligible. It really didn't improve much. So you going from 100,000 to 250,000. Yeah, you're going to stay in a slightly nicer, better crib or whatever, but did it really matter? Now to go from 30,000 to 100,000, oh, see, now you were struggling. You couldn't even save nothing. You couldn't even put that up for retirement. You were check to check. You couldn't even put that up into an emergency fund. But once you got to 100,000, well, you were able to save. You were able to invest a little. You was able to not stress about bills. So to go to 250,000, well, now you're just buying excess. You just buying bullshit. Which is like, I'm not knocking that. Luxury is nice, but you see the improvement decreased. The improvement in your happiness decreased. And that's the same way I call with that. So I say all that to say this, guys. Comparing yourself to these ultra rich guys and stuff like this, I'm telling you guys right now, if you make $150,000 a year, I'm telling you right now, if you started making $1.5 million, I guarantee you would say, man, outside buying a couple of nice watches or a nicer car, I don't really feel no different. I guarantee you're going to say that. Now to go from 50 to 150,000, I bet you, because see, that's you barely getting by, depending on where you're living at. You barely getting by over 50,000. $50,000 a year, you probably living in a not great area, depending on where you at, right? I know you can live like a king in some locations off $50,000 a year, but you ain't living like no king off $50,000 a year in New York or Miami or California. Shit, hell, not even here in Atlanta no more. So the comparison fact. Next, guys, women having the paradox of choice. Women having the paradox of choice has caused men not to even want to go on dates. Guys, here's the truth. Men do not mind taking women on dates. The only issue came into taking women on dates was not getting a return of investment on that date. So like you used to go on a date with a girl, first date, you ain't mind taking her out to eat. You be sitting over there doing the Birdman hand rub while she eating her damn food. Thinking of all the ways you're going to glaze that ass at the end of the night. Well now, or at least by the end of the second or third date. Well now, you're lucky to see the bitch again. Because she got the paradox of choice, too many fucking options. So now taking a woman on a date is just considered a stupid investment until you fuck. Because women got so many options, even if she like you, she just thinking like, well, what if this other guy just a little bit taller? What if he's just a little bit leaner? What if he's just a little bit richer? I can't tell y'all guys how many times I done started a fucking show but couldn't fucking finish it because I got the paradox of choice. I get started on another fucking show. And in 2 years, I look up and I'm like, how the fuck did I stop watching that fucking show? It's ridiculous. So the paradox of choice as far as women go, we're not even talking about relationship. Guys, dating just used to be a casual thing. Well, a man meet a woman. He take on a couple dates. The woman is like, okay, he treats me nice and I give him some after the second or third date. And then after a while, it becomes just the normal. You call a woman up, hey, you free Saturday? Boom, she free Saturday. You take her out, y'all come back, y'all fuck. Y'all might not talk again for a week or two. You set up another date. Now, it's like an 80% chance you don't never get a payoff on that date. That's the way the dating game was. But now, with paradox of choice, you do that shit now, man, you just gonna be spending money like a motherfucker. You gotta fuck first before you take a woman on a date. And lastly, guys, social media addiction. Boy, I remember when I first got on Facebook, this had to be 2010 maybe, I can't remember, 2010, 2011, I think in 2010, right? At the beginning, right? Guys, when I was on that construction yard, got this long after the mattress coming and all that, I was doing the construction bullshit then, through Labor Ready. And I used to be out there and I used to have to be on fire watch, right? That means where you just stand down there and you watch the fire. You know, I was just a helper, right? I ain't no skill. I just pick up shit and do fire watch. Just stand there and make sure that when the welders up there welding shit, that it don't set shit on fire. And they did actually put me in the apprentice program, but as with everything else y'all know I do, I quit that too. But anyway, the whole time, guys, I was just addicted to Facebook during that period of time I was doing that construction shit. It was ridiculous. I'm surprised I was able to keep a job. I mean, I couldn't stay off that phone for 30 seconds. I remember when my friends started telling me about Instagram, and guys, for the first 4 or 5 years Instagram was around, I did not want to have no dealings with it because I still was traumatized by how addicted I was to Facebook in 2010. So it can be addictive, which stops productivity. All right, guys, I just want to let you guys know that it is a con, that it can become addictive if you let it become that. All right, guys. So I would say that's a con too. But all in all, guys, I am very thankful for social media. Guys, I look at social media as any of you guys giving any of you guys hope. I guess it's just all in your perception of how you look at social media. The way I look at social media is, I look at, man, it's just a land of opportunity. All right, guys. All right, guys. I'll get back with you guys later.